And welcome back. Our next guest is a violinist who is no stranger to the show. He joins us to speak about the work that he is doing and that he's been doing with his students at the KIPP Academy, with the KIPP Academy String Rhythm Orchestra. So check it out. He's here with us today. MaJiD is in the house. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Dr. Bob. I appreciate you having me.
Hey, are you over at the school now?
I'm at the school right now in between classes, and I'm glad to be talking to you today.
I remember we went to visit you and you were doing some wonderful things in that class, and I got you on video of all the things that you were doing. You really get busy, and you really teach them well too, because everybody that comes to your class leaves out of there with they know how to do something. They know how to do something more than they did before they came into the classroom. That's for sure. So
Absolutely.
thank
We
you
like
for.
to that students have something that they can hold on to every single time they step in the classroom, and we put a lot of effort into making sure that they have that opportunity musically, to be able to.
MaJiD, what inspired you to get involved in music, in this business of ours?
Well, at a very young age, I was really inspired by my older brother playing, and so I started my journey then. Um, I progressed as others stopped because I just loved the magical sound of the violin. As well, I enjoyed the fantastic places I was able to travel to in entertaining others with the violin.
Yeah.
And so that's
And some of those places include.
Well, I've been to Japan. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Europe. I've been to all around the United States. And so, yeah, it's been a real journey and a privilege. I've been to Canada, performing, and it's just really wonderful to have the opportunity to perform and make music for others to enjoy. So.
Yeah. And who are some of the people that you looked up to in coming along, and some of the people that you still admire today?
Well, my album that's coming out on September 14th was actually produced by one of my great influences by the name of the great jazz musician Lenny White. Coming up, I enjoyed Lenny White.
Wow.
Yes, I enjoyed
Wow. When I was in college, I reached out to Lenny White, and he came and spoke at my school. And what we did, the music that he had out at the time, we played it on our college radio station, 88.7 WTNY. Lenny White. Wow, I got to wave a hand to him. If you talk to him, tell him, hey, a kid that that was associated with you back then says hello.
I'm sure he'll know. I'm sure he'll know. He has a great memory.
Wow. So tell us the origin behind your name, MaJiD.
Oh, the name MaJiD is it's a Muslim name. My family are converted from Catholicism during a period of time. A lot of things. So, Malcolm inspired them, and the movement of Black empowerment inspired them, and so my family converted to Islam, and so that's where my name MaJiD comes from. It's a very popular name, but I really love the name.
Beautiful. Well, you wear it well.
Thank you so much.
MaJiD, we hear so much about, we're celebrating 50 years of hip hop, and there's all
Yes.
sorts of categories of rap music, and they have something called trap in rap.
Right.
But they also have something called trap in jazz.
Yes.
Explain,
Yes.
talk about that.
Well, trap jazz is a formation of or a fusion of hip hop and jazz music. Jazz music is the root of it, but the drums up under it, and sometimes, many times, the bass will be more reminiscent of the hip hop, trap hip hop jazz. So, I mean, trap hip hop music. And so that's kind of the root of things.
Now, you just took me out of the studio for a hot second when I saw that picture pop up and you were playing music by the ocean. Where
Yeah.
where was that?
Yeah, that was me in that's my one of my first videos shot for my second album called Sound of a Flower, and it was done by a phenomenal photographer and videographer, Japanese artist by the name of Hiroko Shono. And so, yeah, that was in Long Island.
Long Island?
Yep.
Wow, it looked like you were on an island somewhere. Yeah, okay, Long
Did
Island. You were on Long Island.
I was in Long Island. Yeah.
But it looked like you were on an island absorbing some of that sun. Like, oh, this is
Yes.
great.
Yes.
That's good. So talk about your new album.
My new album, No Looking Back, is an homage to my influences from the fusion period of jazz music, which is where Lenny and Return to Forever comes in. They influenced me heavily. A fusion of that, my own particular creativity, as well as what was going on in the 80s in hip hop music. And that was my inspiration. I took that and then I started creating and building on that to update it to something that was more how can I say it translated better for the 2023 crowd of listeners.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you said it's coming out September 14th?
It's going to be out on September 14th. Yes, I have several dates around that time as well where I'm going to be doing some performing. Interestingly enough, on September 12th, I'm going to be in Brooklyn doing a Hip Hop 50 tribute with a collaborative musician, rapper by the name of Dime a Dozen at one of the Brooklyn libraries. And then that weekend, the release weekend, on the 16th and the 17th, I'm going to be at South Jazz Kitchen in Philly performing and just kind of.
Well, put down November 30th on your calendar for the Make the Grade Awards at Terrace on the Park.
Will do.
All right. Stephen will hook you up with all the other information because we've been playing you in our videos and stuff like that. And so students and other people have gotten the chances to experience you. But if they see you live, that's a whole nother story. Bam.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be wonderful if my orchestra could come and join you on that occasion. But it is up to you. But we would love to join you on that occasion.
Okay. All right. We'll talk more about it. We'll get information back and forth.
All right.
How fulfilling is it for you that you're teaching the next generation of musicians? Because a lot of people looking up to people to guide them in the right direction. And you have a wonderful person like you that can do that.
Well, teaching has a very unique space in my life because my mother was a teacher. My father did some teaching as well. My brother and my aunts are teachers, and the ability to actually transport your information directly to a person so that they don't have to go throughout the trials and tribulations that you might is incredibly gratifying and rewarding. I mean, I see students and they don't really understand what it takes to gain knowledge on the ground. And so to have them not have to go through certain pains and have a process that has them in mind is incredibly gratifying, especially to have a person of color like myself give back to my own community. Just allows a little bit more of a direct transfer with some love involved. And so,
Now I see you've had the the violin in your hand for some time now. Show me what you're working with. I mean, you know, if you have it in your hand, that means you're ready to play it, right?
yeah, I got it.
All right, touch it just for a second or so. Beautiful, beautiful. Everybody's clapping all around the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. MaJiD, we appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. We
Thank you
appreciate
for
you.
having me.
And we'll
I
talk
appreciate
very, very soon. MaJiD,
it.
violinist, composer, educator, always accompanied by the KIPP Academy string. I said KIPP Academy String and Rhythm Orchestra. KIPP.
Knowledge, power, program.
KIPP Academy. I know exactly where you are, too. We'll visit again, and we'll talk very soon, all right? Thank you for all that you
Will
do
do. Thank you so
in
much,
the
Bob.
edification
I
of young
appreciate
minds, and thank you for all you do in our community and giving us great music, too. We love you, man. All right. MaJiD. We'll take a quick break right here. We've got a little bit more right here on Open.